if we get upside, how far can it go? Maybe that's what you're asking. Okay, I'll check on that. But I did say that if it breaks to the upside, that's a pivot break, and that, you know, I guess we didn't explore how far it could go. I didn't make that presumption, but we can take a look at it. Okay, all that's going good. There, all right, so we're all good. Pulling up SPY. You know, so see the trend line coming off of that lower momentum recent rally in the last 3 months on my chart on the upper right, that lower trend line. You know, that might act as back resistance should we break out of the top of 458. So if we do, you know, we'd be looking to climb, you know, way up there, 475 plus, right? But we definitely have this zone, this one level of a lot of congestion around, you know, for the upper 460s, 468. Maybe you could just call it 470 resistance. So 470 resistance. So from 458 to 470 could be a thing. And if it doesn't get above like that trend line or this pivot of 472, you know, we're still bearish. We haven't completely negated the trend. It's good stuff, positive, it's possible. But, you know, for maximum destructive power, it could move all the way up there and still be a pullback, which would be crazy. I would toy with a lot of people's souls. Oh, callers for sure. Yeah, that's true, Dundrell. Yeah, you can use callers to freeze positions, free callers, cost-free callers, or very low-cost callers to freeze positions. Like if you need to hold them for tax purposes. Although I do believe they recently created a rule which allows you not to get away with that. I don't know how they can track that, but I guess maybe it's reported where if you try to collar a position in order to hold it so you can turn a short-term position into a long-term capital gain, you're not allowed to do that trick anymore. Everybody used to do that trick. Right. So we've got, let me start up this TikTok. Okay, good. I figured we needed as bulls to get that 459 level. Yeah, I think it's 458. Let me see. 458. And then about 4 points higher at 462 might be the first resistance test. It'll probably just stop a rally. But the real strong congestion zone is like 468. Let's just call it 468, not 470. And then we're not out of the woods until we break 473. That could take a week or two. Let's see how today goes. It's just a total coin flip of a day. The VIX is at 24. Gold is just hanging out where it's hanging out, so that's good. Just means there's nobody wants to do anything today on the market. There's like no positioning. It's already been done in the forecast. Rates are actually just down a little smidge. So that could potentially be lifting the markets, certainly growth. Growth getting a little bit of another day of a break and needs to adjust accordingly. So it could be a green day coming from growth, so long as rates keep trending down like they are right now. But in general, yeah, it's a tough market right now. We are right in the middle of a 50% retracement on that recent corrective drop. And it's anybody's guess from here. We just got to take it one day at a time. It's going to be very interesting to see how it goes. Hey, thank you. All right. So we have 16 minutes to the open. We're watching KAVL, and it has broken down through VWAP just now after a double fail retest of the high of 228. If it breaks 228 on the open, there might be a momentum opportunity there. Over on MODD, MODD, that does not look likely to happen. But maybe it'll go up a dollar or two, and you can make a good return off of that. But let's get it over VWAP first. Let it reclaim the level of 6 and bounce back, test, and run. So if MODD can get to 6 and push, it might be worthwhile getting, because it could go to 8 or 10 or 12 pretty easily and not have changed too much of its fade. And then by a miracle, it could get all the way up to 1755, and then you would have almost 3x, 300% gains. So there's quite the opportunity there. Remember, don't day trade options. Always trade with shares. Use the 1% rule to figure out how many shares. There's just so many benefits to day trading the shares. And it doesn't make a difference. When you use the 1% rule, you're getting the exact same number of shares in Delta with the options that you would have gotten with shares. And so the risk is the same and the reward is the same. There's no difference there, but the options are going to be far less liquid. Like not 10 times, not 100 times less liquid, like 1,000 times less liquid than stock shares. The 1% rule is best explained in my market mastery video lesson. So I'll post that link right now for there's someone on TikTok who was asking. Check that out. But it's how you figure out how many shares to buy, so you don't lose more than 1% of your portfolio. Can you explain how to enter inside day pattern? KAVL on a daily has one. Inside day pattern. KAVL. You're talking about on the daily chart? Okay. Because yesterday was an inside day. Expand on that a little bit, Mr. M, so I know exactly what you want me to explain. I could probably talk about maybe what you just said for 20 minutes to try to figure out if I answer that question, because it's a little bit general. What's wrong with day trading options? Okay, so yeah, just explain that. It's just stupid. I mean, I just broke it down, right? I mean, there's no benefit. Hey, Mark. Mark says, can you help me understand why not to day trade options? Okay, so Mr. M says, I know that statistically inside bar has probability to continue to the upside the next day, but would like to know where is the best place to enter. Top of the bar. Breakout of the top of the bar. Breakout of yesterday's high is a sign of continuation. I think that would be it. It depends on like the bar and what it looks like and how it's formed. If it's like a topping tail candle, what do they call that? A dragonfly. Waiting for the top of the candle might not be the greatest idea because it's going to be the whole move on the day. But if it's if it closed in mostly the upper side of the bar, then a breakout of the high of the previous day. Oh, DCFC, thank you. DCFC. Let's pull that up. That's been moving. Okay, so closed around 13 yesterday. It's now at 15 ish. It's at 14.7. And stair stepping. So far so good. 14.20 could be your stop right now. It's at 14.58 or 60. So 40 cents of risk to get in now for potential next stair step. Otherwise, you can wait until the break of 15.2. DCFC. Let me put that on the screen. And pull that up on high speed. So you don't do options anymore or swing options? Yes, of course, absolutely. I do options massively. I don't day trade them. I swing trade them. Yeah. Swing trading options are the way to go. Depends on you got to check the liquidity of what you're checking, but probably 75% of the time options are a great way to set up swing trades. STRN is bearish right now. So those are my thoughts. Up with Capri. Good morning, Cesar. Sanchez. Capri. I don't know how you pronounce that. Yeah, I'd have to do a deeper analysis on Capri to know for sure, but it looks like potential breakout possibility going on there. I don't love its chart though. I like it. I don't love it. Somebody says BRCC. There you go. Thank you. Chris says it as well. Yep, there it goes. Get in. Talk about $1 of risk right now. BRCC entry. Up at 17.5. All right, it just hit 19. So if you're in, you need to be taking profits underneath every 50-cent level. And 19 is one of them. Already take 5 to 20% profits. And then once you've taken those profits, move your 50% of your stop to break even. The rest of your stop's at 17.5 right now, or 6, somewhere around 17.6. I didn't take a look at what the news was about AFRM, but the news yesterday was really bad. What do you think? Somebody said, what do you think about AFRM? It went down massively yesterday. Are you, what are you doing? Get out. It was leaked earnings. Interesting. I was wondering why it was released early, but I thought it was late. Actually, wasn't it? Was released late. How does leaked earnings happen? I mean, that requires a massive internal investigation. Who likes a snitch? No. Fuck that dude. Yeah, maybe a firm puts. Maybe depends. I don't know. I haven't looked at the the fundamental and prospects, but uh, you know, if it has a negative growth rate, then yeah, probably so. Yeah. Yeah. Snitches get stitches. So we've got 6 minutes to the open, and we've got a couple things on deck. BRCC is now hitting 19.5, you guys. So you're taking your next profit target right there, 5 to 20% underneath the 1950 level. Who's on it? BRCC. Should now be up 1R. That's it, Michael. Snitches end up in ditches. There you go. Wish you would have kept your put on Nvidia when it was 266. Yeah, I still have puts on Nvidia. This whole market and all these growth stocks right now are in bearish trend, and they're doing their best to hold and crawl out of it. But they're not out of bearish trend yet. All right, so BRCC now with a little bit of a pullback, first pullback. So next breakout's at 1948, 1950, 1951, you guys. 1951 is the next breakout on BRCC. And probably it'll be for a dollar of risk again. So we'll probably pull back right now to about 18.5. Yeah, in fact, that's what we just did. If it worsens much from there, then cool. And then we'll get out. Take a look at BRCC on the daily chart. See if it's blue sky or retrace. Oh, it's blue sky. It's beautiful. Anything could happen on this today. You want to be taking probably every breakout on this, because possibly if it continues to do that, one of them could go stellar. I'm not going to say supernova, but one of them could go stellar or to the stratosphere. Stratospheric. Ah, that's the Black Rifle coffee spec. Ah, that's awesome. That company's got some serious brand power. The goodwill on the charts is really going to keep that puppy afloat. But it's probably not the kind of brand that can become so big either. So it's also a potential, in my opinion, a potential acquisition target off the bat, So it might be worthwhile just, putting that into your long-term portfolio. I don't think it's going anywhere. It's got incredible brand power. And yet it's probably best served as an acquisition to a larger portfolio. BRCC had a bit of a bottoming tail pullback to 18.2, and that got really bought up to 18.8. So let's see what happens on the next 2-minute candle. We've got 2 minutes and 30 seconds until the market opens. Yeah, I do cover scanner settings, both for swing trades and for day trades. With full on, like, here's what you got to set, and here's what, the results you're going to get, and why we search for that, and here's the strategy that uses those results and how it works. And yes, you will find that in there. Here's the link again to those lessons. There you go. And I guess I got to give it to the Twitch and YouTube people as well. Oh, I think I only just sent that to Twitch. That's all right. BitQ looking good, Rebecca. Let me see. Okay, BRCC has stabilized. I would grab the next green over red 2-minute candle, or green over green, any kind of a break of the prior high, to see if we can get the first pullback entrance. So that's at like 1905, something like that, 1910. 1910 would be re-entry or topping off. And that stop would be down to about 18.2, so it's still about $1 of risk. So you can use the same number of share calculation as before. That's BRCC, Black Rifle Coffee Company, I guess is what that is, huh? BRCC. Best served hot. Is it really? It's Brookfield Realty Capital. That's hilarious. When are you going to ever have to see that again? Where the Capital Corporation, which is taking a company public via SPAC, has the same ticker alliteration to their company name as the company they're taking public. Okay, here we go. Market has opened. Be watching KAVL for that break over 228. Be watching DCFC for a break over 15.2, and grab BRCC at 1910 for $1 of risk. If we hit it, 1910, 1911, it's got to break it. But the market is open, and let's see what kind of direction we get. Immediately, it is being bought up. So the immediate reaction at market open is it's being bought up. Exit your BRCC holdings if you get a continued drop for longer than 20 seconds past your break even. In fact, if you've taken 2 profits already, then you need to set your position to break even. All right, so Black Rifle Coffee Company did hit 19.25. So if any of you got in and, at this point, it's 20%, 20 seconds of down, just get out. DCFC did not trigger. It's crapping out. KAVL is in. The KAVL trade has broken at 228. That's the breakout on KAVL for 20 cents of risk. KAVL. Cents. Okay, I can look at that. But let's keep it. Wow, look at KAVL go, you guys. Wow, how much you guys up? You should be up over 1R already. KAVL. Who's in? Whoa, 255, 256. $2.56. $2.60. Oh boy, there is a lot of activity on KAVL. $2.62. We broke 260. Excellent. We broke the line. This is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th day running on KAVL. And this is about how high it goes every day. So 260, 270 might be it. Everybody's sitting on their hands. Well, you're missing a little bit of a day trade opportunity there. KAVL now pulling back. So, if it lasts more than 20 seconds, then exit or exit at your break even if you've already taken some profits. 262, Kelly or somebody remind me of the tiering for stocks under $3, I think every 5 cents. You should be taking profits every 5 cents. KAVL just about near a good swing trade, it looks like. KAVL Brands Innovations Group. Swing KAVL to 249. No, this pullback was pretty strong, so that could be just it for KAVL on the day. It would be good. Thank you, Anthony. There we go. 5 cents, correct. So from $2 to $3 every 5 cents. $3 to $5 every 10. Anthony posted the tiering for your take profit target levels. So anybody who doesn't have that, copy that. That's super important in our strategies. All right, the market has fully retraced off that rally. So you could call it an opening range. And if it breaks down, I would go puts. And if that's wrong, and you cut them. And if it breaks out to the top, makes a new high of the day later, then you get calls. And if that's wrong, then you cut them. And then you've taken you've got 2 strikes. You've taken your shots. You've taken your risks. The possibility was there. You can't make money without taking risks, and that the day might be just ranging. But for the moment, there it is. I think that if I can look a little bit closer, the market did break to the downside out of that opening range, I believe. Yes. So we have a downside bias until the top of the hour at the moment, or until that changes. Everybody over on TikTok, remember that you can come check out our trading group. All you got to do is go to the link in my bio. Link in my profile. Just go over to my profile. You have to exit the live and go all the way over to my profile. The link is over there. EGPI. Yeah, it's crap. Also got very little direction. So it's can't be traded down, up, or sideways. You accidentally sold your KAVL and you still got 100 profit. All right. Way to go, Robert. B Big looks just about as bad as Sava. No bueno. Invest in good companies, people. Trade good companies. Swing trade good companies. Here comes KAVL again. There you go. There's an entrance on KAVL for 20 cents of risk. Entrance on KAVL, 20 cents of risk. It's going to attempt. It's going to make a retest attempt. Oh, cool, Camille. Okay, way to go. Wasn't even much of a spike last week. Just a little aftershock, just a tremor. The KAVL momentum there is fading. I would cut it at 240. 240. Yeah, the market's just whipsaw right now. Just total whipsaw. There may be some minutes from the emergency Fed meeting coming out later today. And that might be interesting what that said, what the minutes are from the meeting. Yeah. You want me to take a look at Skillsoft. Thanks from Australia. How's it going? We stand tall with you in support of your freedom. Shit. Skillsoft is about as bearish as it gets. And it's now reaching the point under $10 where I don't really find shorts attractive. So otherwise I would have told you to short the fuck out of it. That looks like it's going bankrupt. What's the market cap on it right now? The market cap is 869 million. I don't think anybody's going to pay $1 billion to buy Skillsoft. So that's not even attractive as a buyout. Maybe at $1, 200 million. I look kind of like Steve Cohen with hair. Okay, maybe. Thanks. I need to go bald. I think that would be, that's my next look. Bald. Over on KAVL, if you did the re-entry for 20 cents of risk, I would get out at 240 still, if that's the way the price goes. But it looks like it's appreciating. We may get a run up here. We're at 246, 247, 248, 249, 250. Oh, Michael, no, dude. Okay, thanks for letting me know. But actually, I do have two accounts on Instagram. So the other one might not be an imposter, might be another one that I was building also. One has a lot of followers, like 20,000. Another one has like 500. They're both real, actually. But there for sure could be some imposter accounts. There for sure could be some imposter accounts. On on TikTok, there's like over 100 scammer accounts that try to contact people and tell them I'd be interested in managing their money. Please send whatever. Somebody got fleeced for $6,000 recently from another trader, from a scammer who was scamming another trader's account. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Yeah, bald is damn near all of our. See, the thing I like about bald is you can't really tell how old the person is. Like you go look at Gene Hackman. The guy's probably 90 years old now. He still looks like in his 50s. Still looks like Lex Luthor. A young, strapping, dangerous Lex Luthor. Remember when Lex Luthor used to be like the quintessential evil villain? Boy, have things changed. That's interesting. Well, maybe no reply because maybe it's me and I haven't gone in there and checked it. Boom! There it goes on KAVL. KAVL just shot up to 268. Wow, what a nice push. 267. So who got that at 245 and been holding for the last 4.5 minutes? I hope some of you are getting some of this. KAVL was my top pick this morning. Gary's in. He's looking pretty rough. Is Michael Caine still alive? I think he died recently, didn't he? I got to double check on that. What are my top movies, did somebody say? That I wrote music for? Oh, cool. That's a nice question. Michael Caine. Just let me find out if Michael Caine's dead or not. No, he's still alive. Thank God. Michael Caine's awesome. I used to pull up lists on IMDb of who's the oldest living person in Hollywood, you know? And it would always be like Kirk Douglas or Leonard Nimoy. And I would always tell everybody, you know, Leonard Nimoy's the next one to go, you know? And you keep a watch out. I'm telling you, I'm predicting it. Not a fun game. A little bit of a morbid curiosity there. So anyway, movies that I've written the music for that are really good. I've written music for like over 100, 150 movies, and I stopped counting, and TV shows, and my music's in fucking every TV show on TV. If it's like those documentary things or reality TVs, because I have so much music in a library system that everybody uses. So I've also got sprinkles on any one of your favorite shows. Probably I've written music for, especially if it's like any of those shows they try to get housewives to watch midday about murderous husbands and stuff. Like a crime documentary things. Oh, anyway, I'm in a lot of those. But for movies, The Perception with Nick Bateman and The Poker Club with Jonathan Sheck. Jonathan Sheck was the lead singer in that movie That Thing You Do with Tom Hanks. But he's been in a lot of movies, Jonathan Sheck. So that one was called The Poker Club. Very good movie. Suspense thriller. Yeah, That Thing You Do. And very good movie, The Poker Club. And the other one, The Perception, also very good. Both really cool plots, nice twists. You know, you're going to have a lot of fun checking those out. They're not like amazing, you know, they're no masterpieces. But you know, a 7, you'll enjoy it. You know, if you're curious, and you want to check something out. KAVL still going. Make sure you're taking profits every 5-cent level. So you're just taking profits all over the damn place. Make sure you take like 5, 10, or 20% position profits underneath every 5-cent level it goes. So 260, 265, 270, 275, 280, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And if you run out, don't worry. On a pullback and a rebreak, you can buy back in. Right now we are pulling back. If it rebreaks at 267, you can get back in for currently 10 cents of risk. That is unlikely. The risk levels usually stay the same or widen as the thing starts to lose momentum. But it is possible that it's gaining momentum. If we break 267, then it's actually gaining twice the momentum. Here we go. We're at 265. KAVL. Candle on SPY. Woo! SPY breaking to the upside. Anybody get in on that opening range upside breakout on SPY? Or growth cues? It looks like it's coming from the Dow, actually, guys. The cues are not as relatively strong as SPY. So that has to make you instantly wonder, then what the fuck? Where's it coming from? Value, industrials probably. If you go over to the Dow Industrials, yeah, it's like already 2x the opening range, which means you would be already 2R on your trade on the Dow, DIA. So you got to know which one to grab. At this point, tech not doing as good as industrials on the morning. And industrials are going up because of inflation. Base materials, industrials, financials are going to go up. And probably energy as well. Although that can sometimes oscillate because of the way oil is so volatile. Yeah, MODD's got some minor spikes going on, but not really enough. Remember, we want to see it break 6. I do have AMC at the bottom of my screen. That's really not enough movement to write home about. You know, it needs to have the movement pre-market in order for it to do the kind of follow through we're seeing on KAVL. So if we get a breakout at 267 on KAVL, you can get in for 10 cents of risk. Right now, if we break down 260, 255, yeah, you can exit KAVL. Whatever you have on KAVL, exit now. That's a momentum shift to the downside, and is frankly a lack of momentum now. So the momentum is diminishing. What's my favorite movie? Oh man, there's so many movies to love, but you know, I don't know. Apocalypse Now might be like way up there, just because it hits so many different levels. But I love a lot of movies. A lot of movies for various reasons. I really like Arrival. Remember that one? About the aliens that I guess I don't want to say too much if you haven't seen it, but man, see Arrival, and not The Arrival with Charlie Sheen, but Arrival. Inception. Yeah, I love those kinds of movies. Inception, love it. Of course, Interstellar, you know. KAVL is showing some strength. If it can break 267, you'd be able to get in for about 15 cents of risk. 267. What about Naked Gun? Yeah, absolutely love it. Watched it many times. Got something on the side of your mouth there. No, the other side. And then the banana falls down because he's so big. Everywhere I go, something reminds me of her. All right, KAVL broke out. Who got in? That was entry on KAVL for continued momentum to the upside. It's a little bit less momentum, or 15 cents of risk. Allows you to get about 6x the number of shares as your 1%. So if your $10,000 account, you should be able to get about 600 shares. And there you go. Take your first profits at 275. 5 to 20% of risk. Looks like with this, the way the momentum's been slowing down, you are now informed that you should probably stay to the 20% side of things, you see, because taking 20% exits on this seems unlikely. So why would you go 5%? You know, because then you got to take 20 exits. You're leaving yourself room for 20 exits. There's the next exit at 280 and 285 and 290. Actually, I spoke too soon. That was 4 exits. So you want to make sure you're like at least 50% out at this point, if not 80% out, up there around 290. So you got to be quick. Got to have a good fast trading system to be doing the momentum day trading. It's pulled back to about 280. Certainly, if it breaks the bottom of the 2-minute candle, you can exit. So stop at 265. The Wraith. I'm not sure I ever saw the Wraith, but I think I know what you're talking about. But you know what that made me think of? I think it's called the Wraith, and it's like this 5-pointed sharp thing that you can throw in the movie Krull, Krull, Krull. That's a silly movie. Incredible score by James Horner. We're holding on KAVL. Continued momentum to the upside on KAVL. 290 breakout would be another buy-in if you haven't bought in already, or you can top off at 290 for just 10 cents of risk. There it is, 290. Come on, we can break it. 291. There's the break. 291 for 10 cents of risk. Ooh, it couldn't hold it. We're pulling back. Watch out. Stop out at 280 if you have to. If the price goes down below 280, so 279. No, we're still pushing the upper end of 280s. trying to get over that 290 hump. It seems like $3 and $3.05 is a foregone conclusion right now if it can keep up this demand level. Yep, KAVL and pre-market, frankly, it looked very nice. It had a very nice stair-stepping pattern, and that was my morning pick. Put it at the front of all the lists. 292. All right, so we're making a little progress. To me, it looks a little bit exhausted. There might not be enough shares in the float. And everyone who's day trading it is now holding, and so now they're going to have to start to sell off in order to make more shares available. I'm not looking at it, but I'm guessing the float on this is let's see how many it's volume of 33 million, and it's behaving like this, so that's probably around where it is. It's starting to behave like with exhaustion. It's probably about a 30 million float. Boom, there you go, 37 million float. Am I good or what? Oh yeah, I think probably. Oh, there you go, and another place it says 28 million. So because you start to feel that that exhaustion. It's like when you've breathed in all the way and you can't breathe in more. Your lungs are full. There's no more room. So supply has to be dumped, has to be made more available. Well, I will tell you this, methods. The lowest float number is always the most accurate. That's why I always look at like 4 or 5 different sites, because there's no rhyme or reason as to which one is the right one. Okay, see, that made enough shares available. We dropped 5 million shares, 4 million shares roughly, in the last 3 minutes. So that made enough available for the demand to happen, and we can push up to maybe 3 now. But I really think that we're not getting enough of a pullback. And this is why pullbacks are very healthy on a stock like this, where it's basically trading the entire float on each rally. You'd need some freaking rest, to deflate your breath, deflate your lungs, and so you can take a big breath so it can run, right? But here we are, it's hitting 295. So next profit, 295. You should be down to almost nothing now, unless you just grab that as a breakout for an add-on refill. That's advanced. For the advanced to high frequency traders, you know about rebuys and add-ons. Yeah, you could have done that there with a stop at 277. So that is the absolute stop right now. Total stop out at 277 for anybody who is in this KAVL. And if that's above your entry, then you are totally profitable at this point. Go ahead and put that in as a stop order, just in case, because it's getting rather close and you just don't want to miss that. Stop limit. Well, you don't even have to, just put it as a stop limit order. 277. Should have bought GME at 89. Yeah. Float. Oh, you mean you think maybe the 37 million might be the total shares or total outstanding figure? Yeah, that could be. Or maybe 274, but no, if it breaks 277, that's a breakdown, and it's going to go back and test 265. Just because of the way the price action has been put in, not necessarily because of key levels. Now, on a bigger stock, maybe key levels like that might be stronger, but it just flew past 275. 275 is just going to be a nothing. Next support level is 268. There it goes, 277. So it's got to break 276. You'd be out. There you go. Boo. It just touched 276. So go ahead and get out. Okay, that trade's over. All right, so how'd everybody do? What percent are? KAVL. Technically, we got that at 226, 228 breakout on the open. 228 to 295. So the max potential on that was Here's my calculator. 30%. Yeah, hey, it's something. And that was for about 20%, a 20 cent or a 10 cent risk. Yeah, exactly, Dondrell. I know. I told you, dude. That's so funny. What did I say? Dondrell, were you in class last night? Is that why you're pasting that? Yeah. What did I say? You're going to start to see headlines talking about the yield curve. Yep. And in fact, yeah, let's take a look at it today, see if it's worse. Nvidia plummeting. Nvidia is down like 15 points. SPY has completely retraced. The Dow like 80% retraced, and the Qs are now red. This market is tipping over, especially for growth, the Qs. Dow is holding a little bit stronger, but it is down as well. Now, I need to look at the curve. Also, I'm going to take a peek at my rate chart. It's getting closer. Now, in general today, it's about the same as yesterday. But it's bad, you know. We're heading towards it. I think the rate hikes, you know, could change that. We'll see. Can you imagine if the rate hikes cause a recession? Which could happen. But then what do you do? How do you get out of a recession? What do they do when we go into a recession? Pop quiz. What does the government do when we go into a recession? How do they get us out? Print more money. We're fucked if we go into another recession right now. Like, we do not want to trigger that. Yeah, if we go into handout mode, we are really fucking up this economy. It's Venezuela time. No, I don't think so. Maybe, you know, maybe, but no, it's pretty much over. The momentum has broken, so it's now all retracement trades, and we don't take those. We're not degenerates. Well, that's it. It's over on KAVL. You've got your money. Come back tomorrow. All right. Be responsible. All right. That's it for the morning stream. It's been good. You guys have a great weekend. And anybody else who's out there on the different streams, if you want to join our trading group, click the link wherever it is there and come into our group to come check it out. Have a great weekend, everybody. This week went by really fast. Yesterday went by really fast. It was like somebody said it's power hour. I was like, what? So fast. Yep. See everybody in the VIP. Bye now. Have a great weekend. Hopefully it's warming up for you. Hopefully it's thawing out there.